Hello travellers, now welcome back to the cooking planet, and it's not a fondant one, but well, take a look at the colours I'm using. The two people that popped into my head, the two figures, are Septic Sam and Tiny Box Tim. Now the reason why those popped into my head is because they mean a lot to me. Not Septic Sam and Tiny Box Tim, they are fantastic, but I'm talking about Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. And well, what they actually, the real thing they mean to me, I'll explain in a different video. Right now I'm focusing on Septic Sam and Tiny Box Tim, and I actually made a drawing while watching a couple of videos one evening. I'll show it here. Actually quite proud of it. There they are, together as friends, both sleeping. Well, I was feeling sleepy, so that kind of popped into my head. And there they are. Hello travellers. No. Again. Hello travellers. Now welcome back to the cooking planet, and it's not a fondant one, but well, take a look at the colours I'm using. I've got a lovely green, black. Now as always I got my music on while playing fondant. Now I'm going to start with Septic Sam. So I'm going to put the browns aside and the white and blue and the black aside a bit. Now I've got quite a big chunk of green, but then again Septic Sam is not that tiny. So I'm just mixing them. Now I pre-mixed these because well, it takes ages to actually get it fully mixed. My blue isn't fully mixed yet, you can't really see it, but it's not really mixed yet, but that's okay. I'm gonna take a portion for the tail as well, or the tail, the nerve ends, and the Septic Sam. And I'm gonna take these and make it as round as possible, which is not as easy a task as you would think. Also trying to get those lines out. Now the bottom is slightly flat, more flat, but that's okay because then got a nice solid ground. I'm gonna make the tail to go with nice smooth edges. Squash it a bit, not too much, but a bit. So what I'm also doing is I'm trying to form the front a bit so that it actually has the shape of the side. I'm going to stick it on. There we got our beginnings of a Septic Sam. I made way too much black. When it comes to mixing, I rather mix slightly more than too little, because it's easier to mix, and two, well, you can always reuse it. You can save it in the fridge and do that. I'm gonna make music a bit more silent. Now, this is what often happens. It cracks. But don't worry. Just, I'm not really sure what causes it. It might be just the heat in here, the temperature in my room, which is boiling. Anyways, I'm mixing it slightly more. I'm using the glass underground because, well, I like it. There's one problem though. That. Now That looks good from the front, but from the side it looks like he's got a massive pimple on his head. We're gonna make it, we're gonna push it in. I can't actually cut it, so I'm gonna cut it in half and just reshape it. Because of course it's gonna stick out a bit, but there's a difference between a bit and, well, massively. I got sticky fingers. As explained earlier in the other video, now I don't know if you've seen it, but in the other video I explain why fondant is both a blessing and a curse. Because it works perfectly as long as you're in, well, perfect conditions basically. And once you get sticky fingers, well, you're doomed basically. Which happens quite often in my case. I think I got the size about right. Let's see how that look. That looks right. Good, move it off. Just, I like using kind of cheatsy tools in there. Now this is actually one that you put on one of those piping bags. What I'm gonna do, no, it's not big enough for that. It's too big. What I was gonna try and do is actually make it round that way. And there it comes. It comes out perfectly round. And that is about the size I wanted, because right, you're gonna add blue around it anyways. So I'm gonna carefully remove that and put it aside. Why carefully? Because I'm gonna make a blue one as well, from the blue I got. What I'm gonna do is use the same one, the same technique, but then save the outer ring instead of the inner ring in a circle. Now the blue's been drying a bit, so I need to really mix it. Now what I'm doing is I'm using this one as a guidance to how big the blue circle is. And well, that's just an idea that I had. Not really an explanation, except for being easier. I think that looks about right. Let's see how it looks on here. That's kind of big, but it can work. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put that in there, push it, and I'm very carefully remove the outer circle without pulling too much. Now to get that out. Oops. Not that I'm going to use it, but that's the way to get it out. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the black part of the eye, oops, the pupil, I'm going to squash it in there. Give it a tight kind of small squeeze while trying to make it circle-like. Circle-y, what a word. Circle-like, and then just lift it up and see how it looks on there. On there. Stick. That looks pretty cool actually. I'm kind of happy with that. So what I'm going to do now is going to remove it again. I'm going to use to kind of try and get it stick together just a tiny bit more by merging them. I'm going to flip it again. Oops. I'm gonna add water to the back. Now I'm using one of those wooden ones. You can basically use your finger as well, but I'm not really fond of working with your fingers in that case because it makes them wet, and wet fondant is horrible. I'm gonna add it on there. Now I'm trying to do that. I think I want it that way, so I'm gonna add it right there. Yeah, that actually looks good. So I'm really happy about. And there you got this part of Septic done. Now I'm using plastic bags to actually put my leftovers in, so I can actually I can put them in the fridge. Sometimes I need a bit. It's really nice. Very sweet though. Right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flatten it. I can just take really small bits from it and do it like this, like that. Hello, travelers. No. Again. Hello, travelers. Now, welcome back to the Cooking Planet, and it's not a fondant one, but well, actually works. Oh, freckles. That actually works. Can I get a tiny bit wet? And there we go. We got ourselves a septic sim. And don't fall off. There we go. A beautiful septic sim. Now what I'm gonna do is make the eyes first. I already put them eyes in it. I'm gonna make the eyes first. Now he's got a pretty simple, just like Jack has, or Septic Sam has. It's quite a simple face. I'm gonna take two, just, why not? I can always put them back together again. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make an oval kind of shape. Short but oval. Now that is way too big, so it can be a bit smaller. Just test it out to see if it's okay. Flatten it a bit. Now the one video that from Mark that had me in stitches, I was crying from laughter, was the yoga with friends with Tyler. Oh, it was hilarious just to see them try and to do it. I was crying so much that I could cry. They're crying from laughter, which is always good. Maybe it's not the best time to record this while you're ill or sick or however you want to call it, and while your throat is absolutely killing you, but I wanted to anyways. immediately. I'm gonna let them sit for a second to actually see if it works, or if it's just, well, basic rubbish. No, it's never rubbish. Nothing Tiny Box Tim was this time or involved. I didn't start watching Mark from the start. I wasn't one of them. I joined in quite late, I think maybe a year and a half ago. I can't remember the first video of him. It was actually a video with Team Edge. Oh, I sound British when I say it like that. With Team Edge, where they did a tasting one, I think it was. Not entirely sure. I know it was in a video of Team Edge because, well, to be really fair, I thought Mark was just one of those, well, show off people that just do whatever. It was only after that I found out that he's completely different. He does so much for both for fans and for charity, and it's absolutely amazing. Which is why I have no problem at all with making him fan art. There's not a fan art that usually get made with those beautiful drawings, and I saw one a little while ago, which was Mark with a astronaut suit, which was absolutely fantastic. I wish I could draw like that. I can't, but I wish. Because I forgot to add water. I'm adding that now. Small smudge on the back, and on we go. Put a little bit of pressure on it, not too much. And form the edges. It's okay if it's a bit wonky. Because not everything has to be perfect. We might feel that it needs to be, but it doesn't need to be. I'm adding the water directly on the eye instead of the box. It's easier. Because that way you can't get edges of water or splotches or whatever horrors might appear. Now, Mark and Jack have made me feel like I can be weird and just well, I am weird. Just not a matter of whether Mark or Jack says so. But I'm not afraid to be weird anymore. And, well, I like that. I like being weird. It makes you kind of special. Not like a baker's dozen or anything like that, if that's the correct expression anyway. Now I'm making the mouth by rolling it out. If you could stick to the box instead of my finger, that would be absolutely awesome. Nose a bit higher. Kinda happy how this one is going. tiny box tip. What really makes tiny box stem is the edges. Sorry again. That's one of the things I do when I get really concentrated. I either sing or become absolutely quiet, which is one of my learning points. Well, we can't all be as loud as either Mark or Jack. If we're all like that, phew. I love them. I really do. They're fantastic and generous and kind, and but then again, I'll explain all that in a different video. Because when I'm talking about a different video, I'm gonna do a video about my YouTube inspirations, and Mark and Jack are both in there, among others as well. He actually looks like a tiny box stem. Look at him. Oh, he's fantastic. Okay, now he still needs something, I think. He still needs his hands. That's where I'm doing my... Oh no, I don't have any left over. Well, no, I put everything I had of that colour into tiny box stem. Right. I'm gonna try something. I think. Okay, it's going everywhere there. It's almost an hour. This video is almost an hour long. Yeah, I'm gonna speed like so much up. Still, it's almost an hour. What I did, I made I took a small bit, and I basically just squashed it till around the desired size, and it was well done yet. Can you see that? No, and then did was use a tool to kind of push it. So, finished. I'll just clean up my spare bits here. Second. Then I'll show you. Well, I didn't attempt to make them together, but it kind of happened. Because their friendship is absolutely amazing. They're such good friends, and it's amazing how they met through YouTube, and they are making videos together now, supporting each other, and it's just a fantastic friendship. I'm using a box to support them. Ooh, that scared me. Just look at those two. Septic Sam and Tiny Box Tim. They're fantastic. There you go. Now, I am going to make the video about my YouTube inspiration, and in that I will explain what Jack and Mark mean to me. But for now, I finished my Septic Sam and my Tiny Box Tim, and I'm so incredibly happy with them, how they turned out. They are fantastic. I love them. I'm just checking if they are visible. I hope they dry okay, so I can put them on either my shelf or upstairs. So you might be seeing them back in the background. But for now, I absolutely love them. They went sliding. But anyways, thank you for watching, and as always, welcome to the galaxy. Your speed doesn't matter. Forward is forward. Keep going.